Now, they really thought that you weren't smart enough to catch this, right? You got a sitting member of Congress laughing in your face, a media headline falling apart in real time, and then Antifa out of everybody shows up and turns everything into straight chaos. Y'all watch it in. I want you to see how it all connects.
Man should know there is no way that they are denaturalizing and deporting Mamdani or me or any of the people that they're constantly telling their base they're going to do that. And it's so embarrassing that they say that. And what is even more embarrassing is that their base is not smart enough to know that they're being lied to.
Say what?
Man should know there is no way.
Hold up. Since we're not smart enough, let's slow this down real quick so nobody miss it. You've got Omar sitting there laughing, smirking, chuckling, saying that there's no way any of this deportation talk is real. But then she decides to add something extra. She says the people listening aren't smart enough to know that they're being lied to. Not wrong, not misinformed, just not smart enough. That's not policy. That's how you talk to people when you think that they are beneath you. Yeah, fraud. And here's where it gets pretty interesting, because the same people that she's talking about, they're the ones calling stuff like this, or catching stuff like this, rather.
If we're not going to go back to pre-2002 in looking at how these agencies used to operate without this level of brutality that we are seeing, then we need to figure out a different system.
When we get power back, we have to dismantle them. And we can go back to immigration enforcement as a civil system, because that's what it is.
What do you make of that?
Well, I'm sure Omar would love for ICE to go away, right? Because she has her own issues.
Right.
But bottom line is, think about this. Members of Congress want to abolish the Department of Homeland Security that was established after the tragedy 9/11, right? And they want to abolish the agency that enforces the laws that they wrote, right? But they want to attack ICE and call them racists and Nazis and the secret police. Well, if we're the Nazis for enforcing immigration law, what's that make them? They wrote the law. So look, we're doing the same thing we've done for 40 years. I started in 1984. We're enforcing immigration law. Problem is, for the last 4 years, they weren't enforcing immigration law. Every one of them are complicit because they didn't say anything about the open border. Over 10 million people illegally cross that border. We got over, 2 million known gotaways. We got a record number of terrorists and criminals coming across that border, a record number of sex trafficking of women and children. Enough fentanyl to kill 250,000 Americans. Over 4,000 aliens died making that journey, and where were they? They weren't saying a word. They're complicit. We're fixing what they broke.
You've got Tom Homan basically saying, hold on. You want to get rid of enforcement. You call the people enforcing the law the problem. But you literally helped create the system. Wow. That's how crazy. That's a crazy position to really sit there and try to stand on, man. I went down that hill. Because now it's not about your feelings anymore. It's quite literally about accountability. And this is where a pattern starts to show up, because y'all know that's my word right there, because it's not just politicians talking like this. It's how the entire narrative gets built. Watch this.
Temporary, not a visa.
A U.S. citizen has been deported to Mexico despite telling the officers that he had proof of citizenship at his home, according to new report. 25-year-old Brian Morales was threatened with either deportation or prison time following a traffic stop in Texas by Customs and Border Patrol.
So was he deported or threatened?
He was deported.
So this is from The Independent, which is obviously notoriously left-leaning. Okay, so that's where I just found it. And this just got posted, Friday? A spokesperson for DHS contested Morales, whatever his name is, story, telling The Independent CBD did not arrest a U.S. citizen on April 3rd. U.S. Border Patrol agents from the Rock Springs, Texas station interviewed Brian Jose Morales Garcia after he was encountered by the county sheriffs. So Morales Garcia admitted he is a Mexican national and he entered the country illegally.
Oh!
Still low.
And that was the Independent, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so if you read it on social media, fact check it. If you read it from your chat, fact check it. It's so much.
Yeah, but do we really trust DHS? Do we
really trust
DHS?
somebody that says they got papers? This is why they're getting detained.
What's your go-to?
So when the facts come out, the liberals run like cockroaches that hit sunlight. And they try to scramble and find.
It's interesting because they lock you in. This is why everyone's being manipulated by the media, because people see a headline and then they read the first paragraph and then they roll with it. They don't go on reading. I'm not even mad at you for it, but like it's this clickbait, rage bait type of shit because people hate Donald Trump and they want to make him look bad. But if you keep on reading, it literally says he was a Mexican national. He was not a U.S. citizen. But instead, they give you an enticing, rage-baiting headline to get you upset.
They've been doing it for a while.
They aren't even looking for papers.
And I'll tell you guys right now why they do that. Because back in 2012, Obama and Congress dismantled the Smith-Mundt Act in the name of modernization. They did it, and it was originally put into law by Congress back in the late 40s, or so that during the Cold War era, our media couldn't let propaganda flow inward, meaning that
Obama
they can't
hasn't been president for 10 propaganda on U.S. Why do we care about Obama?
But fucking Obama dismantled that shit in 2012.
Why do we care about Obama?
Problem.
Yeah, that right there. This right here, man, is how do I say this? This is the part they hope you never read all the way through right here. Let me get this screen together. What's going on? What is happening? Yeah, this is the part they hope you never read all the way through, right? Headline hits you emotionally. ICE tries to deport U.S. citizen. And of course, that's how when they people who don't do anything beyond look at the headline, see that, you know what's going to happen. But then you keep reading, and suddenly the whole story flips. Not a citizen, fake documents, admitted illegal entry. So now the question becomes, was the story wrong, or was it designed for you to stop halfway? Because once you see that, man, you start looking at everything differently. And when people start looking closer, that's when things get even more uncomfortable.
I look at the Democrat Party right now. They have no talent. The Democrats who's selling their vision. Have you ever looked at these people? I mean, have you ever looked at Tim Walz, for example, and thought, wow, that guy's inspiring? It's not me. I don't get the inspirational feel from Tim Walz. I feel like I probably wouldn't leave, if I had kids, I wouldn't leave my kids with Tim Walz. That's like my personal feeling. But their people are very bizarre. And I talked about this a couple days ago, that their candidate quality is probably the worst it's ever been. And look at their bench and who's their talent. I don't think they have any talent. They thought AOC was going to be their rising star. She's totally fizzled out. She has no sway the way she used to. Obama has almost no pull, and we saw that he was out there every day campaigning against Trump, and he did absolutely nothing to help Kamala, maybe even hurt Kamala, because he went and lectured black men and said, you have to vote for Kamala because she's black.
Yep, I remember that. Now you zoom out.
I look at the Democrat Party right now. They have no talent. The Democrats...
Just pause, man. Just like I said, let's go ahead and zoom out, because this isn't just one moment or one headline or one comment. You got people saying there's no real leadership, no strong voices, nothing that actually inspires confidence. Now, whether somebody agrees with that or not, that perception alone, that's dangerous. Because when people lose trust in leadership, they stop listening together, all together. I said they stop listening together, all together. Y'all know what I mean. And when that happens, guess what happens? The streets start talking instead.
Back up! Why are they getting arrested? They said they just wanted to talk. They said they just wanted to talk. I'm not joking.
No, the police officers are coming on the deck.
They said they just wanted to talk. That's all. They said they just wanted to talk to her. And then they started assaulting her. Explain that to me, sir. They said she's not under arrest. They said she's not under arrest. Back off. But now she is. Back off. Sir, I'm just speaking. I am expressing. Yeah, right there.
And now we are here because all that talk, all that messaging eventually turns into action. You've got activists showing up not to debate, not even to argue, but to intimidate, to escalate, and just to get physical. And once it gets to this point, there's no spin that can clean it up. Like, no. But it still doesn't stop there, y'all. Because, hold on, let me make sure I click the right thing. Because what happens after might be even a little crazier.
This is Emma, Angry Daughter, also known as Page Go. And I was the girl that literally just got fucking assaulted by a fucking piece of shit Turning Point bitch. And first of all, her fucking ID is expired. 2023 is when it expired. And second of all, I got released. They're gonna like do investigation and all that for video, but I need everybody to send their video that they got of her assaulting me first. And then second of all, my boyfriend that was protecting me, Lorenzo Garcia, the one that was talking about his dad, yeah, they fucking took him for protecting me. I need everybody to get the word out to go to Hennepin County Jail and help him get out because he was assaulted and unlawfully arrested for no reason for protecting his girlfriend. Please send videos. Please get the word out. This is Emma, Angry Daughter, also known as Page Go.
So this is the part that really makes you pause because now the person caught on camera is saying they were the victim. Even with multiple angles out there. Even with people watching it unfold. It flipped. She flipped it instantly, like, huh. And if you've been paying attention this whole time, you start noticing something. The same way the headline flipped, the same way the narrative, got shaped. Now reality itself is being flipped. And then you see the full picture.
My daughter? No! Stop touching me! You fucking touched me! Jesus Christ! Leave me! I'm trying to leave!
I know, just go though. Look, we're trying to help you. Let's get you out of here. Trying to leave, let's go. Let's get you out of here. Let's go. Where are you going? Where do you need to go?
I don't have a car here. Where do you want me to go?
Jared, can we get her somewhere? Let's try to help you though. Like we helped you.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did. We stopped people from hitting you because you were
I
trying.
was standing here for an hour.
If we didn't help you, you would have been attacked.
And started attacking me.
We told them to stop.
I didn't do anything.
But you're like trying to play victim so hard when we were literally.
Okay, so I have all this on camera.
And you
it's fine.
like, push people.
And because we're Minneapolis, you can't press charges against any of these people either. Anyways, so yeah, there we go. There we go, guys. There we go.
There's 1,000 people
Minneapolis,
it's
incredible. What am I gonna do?
Yeah. No, there's no editing that. No headline to hide behind. It's crazy how she said that and got in her face like that. Provoked her, she's literally having her hand up, just, trying to get her to not touch her. And you got the parents, the mom and the father out there like, don't touch my daughter, as if her daughter didn't. Bro, these people are ignorant. Just raw chaos, man. Yelling, whistles in the ear, people surrounding, pushing, swinging. And this is why everything before this matters. Because when people feel like they're being talked down to, when they feel like the truth keeps getting twisted, eventually they stop trusting the system altogether. And when that trust breaks, man, things like this don't feel surprising anymore. Nobody's asking you to agree with everything. But at some point, you've got to notice you already know what I was going to say. Talk a certain way about people, frame stories a certain way, dismiss concerns a certain way, and then act shocked when things spiral. That disconnect, that's where everything breaks. Not in one big moment, but in 100 small ones people were told to ignore. And the craziest part, the more this happens, the harder it becomes to put the trust back all together. So, if you made it to the end of this video, I want you to put, I don't know what I want y'all to put. What do I want y'all to put in this video? I ain't got nothing. Put, we don't trust you. Y'all be safe. Go check on somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.